The whole notion that a healthcare crisis might trigger one of the largest economic crises known to man isn't something new. If we look even pre-COVID-19 and look at some of the G20 nations, the cost of healthcare as a percentage of their national GDP is anywhere between 10 to 15% with an upward trend. This can potentially bankrupt these economies. And this is why under the Saudi G20 presidency, we're bringing back the world to consensus on how we can tackle these biggest challenges and translate them into opportunities. Opportunities that we could realize in the 21st century for all by empowering people, safeguarding the planet, and shaping new frontiers. If we can go back on empowering people, we have a very unique opportunity with the convolution of connectivity, big data, and artificial intelligence to democratize healthcare in such a way that we could empower every citizen on the face of Earth to have early healthcare checking systems. And I'll explain why. Every smartphone ships today with a standard 4K camera, 4-core CPU and GPU, a machine learning engine, and a neural engine. These capabilities will help us tackle things like type 2 diabetes, where it's one of the leading causes of blindness. And it's going to empower everybody to reach out to their smartphone, take a photo of their retina, and be able to have early detection of signs of type 2 diabetes. So the convolution of big data, AI, and artificial intelligence is going to disrupt everything that we know it today. If we move on to safeguarding the planet, and when it comes to safeguarding the planet, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia today is the global leader in thermal energy. And we have leveraged connectivity, big data, and AI to deliver one of the safest and cleanest upstream activities in Aramco. And if we fast forward into our responsibility to move from thermal energy into green and sustainable and renewable energy, with the future city of NEOM, we are able to bring down the economics of green photons to green electrons to green hydrogen to such a feasible level that will empower us to energize things that cannot be powered by the grid today, which is really 60% of the energy mix that we have today. And NEOM is one of the top 3 destinations in terms of our ability to convert wind and solar into green electrons with an electrolysis process with the Red Sea to deliver green energy at such an affordable rate. It will help us fast forward green aviation and green maritime transportation, because these things until today cannot be powered by a lithium battery. And if I talk about shaping new frontiers, I am very pleased with the leadership of my colleagues in the Data and AI Authority. They have led the track successfully, in which we drove consensus among the G20 nations to agree on the OECD principles for trustworthy AI. How AI can be inclusive by leaving no one behind. How can it be for good of humanity by being human-centric, with full transparency so we know who's using the data and who owns the data, with robustness and security to make sure that the next time we sit in an autonomous car, we expect it to function the way it should function. And if I talk about accountability, we need to make sure that there is clear responsibility and accountability on the algorithm level, on the system level, on the data level, and on the data scientist level, to make sure that AI continues to be for the good of humanity. And if we look at these successes and the accomplishments of what my G20 peers have realized, I am fully confident that we are back on track to realizing the opportunities of the 21st century by being laser focused on empowering people, safeguarding the planet, and shaping new frontiers, powered by connectivity, big data, and AI, to help the world switch from survival mode to thriving mode.